that new whip. Hey, Jose the dude drip.
And we're live.
Welcome to BETT Records, where we talk about hot topics, ideas, and all the shit you really want to hear.
Shit you want to hear. Week 4. Here we are.
Week 4.
Out here. In the zone. The bro zone of blow zones. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a blow zone up in here.
Definitely
usually.
don't know what you're saying, bro.
Okay, that's okay. It's definitely
blow zone. I don't know.
zone.
I like the sound of that.
Hey man, it's what happens. We got the usuals here, the boys.
The boys, Q-Tip, me, and J-Cat. What's going on? I feel like we're just kind of like sleeping right now. We kind of had a crazy weekend. I don't know what.
Yeah, we did have a really long weekend.
Justin,
did I
birthday.
go out?
Yeah, you did.
Did I go out? Oh,
Friday
yeah, I
night.
did. Yeah, I did.
You went out Friday, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, because you weren't there Saturday. Yeah.
Oh no, I skipped Saturday. I went out
Because
Friday.
Friday
though.
was Justin's birthday, right? What did you think? What did your day consist of? What did you do the day before? How did it all go?
Yeah, so my birthday started out, I worked 12 to 6. I was originally supposed to work 4 to 10, but one of my employees stepped in, saved the day, and switched shifts with
That's
me.
dope.
So I got to hang out with everybody on Friday and Saturday night. I stayed up all Friday night, went to bed Saturday at noon, woke up 3 o'clock, and then repeat.
There you go.
Went out for another hard banger night.
Yeah.
Yep.
hard
Oh, yeah.
banger, baby.
Saturday was lit too. Because Saturday, our favorite bar had their 1-year anniversary of being open.
Oh yeah, I
So
should
they
have gone to
had,
that.
yeah, you,
Yes, bro.
yeah.
I heard a
dude.
bunch of people won money.
Yeah,
Well,
Justin,
and
what'd you
then-
win, Justin?
I won a $100 gift card.
Yeah, 2
Dude,
Searles,
that's
bro.
lit, bro.
But yeah, they had prizes
That'll
every
supply you
hour.
for weeks.
Yeah, well, for me, bro,
Maybe a day.
Dude, I spent almost $400 this weekend. On 2 nights at the bars. I promise you, bro.
How'd you spend $400?
That's what I
Because,
say, man. I say
because
that
he
every
hit the
time.
double 13 like 4
I hit the
times.
double
Oh,
13.
that was a big
on
problem.
Saturday too?
Nah, so Friday night we played darts. If I don't know if anyone else knows the triple 13 rule. I've never played.
Never
I've
heard of it.
never
We just
kind
of came up with it. I don't know.
Are you guys fucking serious?
We
dude?
made it up when
I
we
feel
used to
ripped
play
off, bro.
at
Midtown.
Midtown. Yeah, we made it
that
up.
was
Okay.
good shit. That was
But
good
no,
shit,
yeah, I
man.
hit it twice on Friday, and there was 8 of us playing, so I had to buy 8 shots twice. So I bought 16 shots, and
That
they
was
were
bad.
that was almost $100 right there alone, bro. And then Saturday, so they gave, like I said, they gave out those prizes every hour, and to get a prize, you had to get a ticket, right? And every time you order a beer or a shot
got
or
a
anything,
ticket.
you got a ticket. So I'm like, hey,
Yep.
I'll buy a couple rounds, get some tickets, and hopefully I'll win something. But guess what? Obviously, I never win anything, bro. I never win nothing, dude. Nothing. I had 10 tickets, but still, it's like, bro, no luck. I never have any luck like that.
Justin's out here. Yeah, I bought like 40 beers.
Yeah. Justin probably didn't even buy his own drink, bro.
On Saturday I did.
On Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you did on Friday though, because you hit the triple 13s too, and I was like, all right, bro, like, just don't we're gonna forget about it because it's your birthday. I was like, bro, you don't not need to spend $50 like I did on your own birthday.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
a
have to
good
do
point.
that.
Walking up to the bars, and then Trenton just grabs him by the horse collar. He's like, nah.
Don't do it.
I
yeah.
can't do that to you.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a good point to be honest.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trenton.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, I'm already suffering enough, and I need to order another one anyways. So like, no one's gonna remember. So I was like, we'll be fine.
We'll be
fine.
chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll
Then we
be
got
fine.
we got the special after show at
Yeah.
11 o'clock on Searles. Me and Justin. So the first night they were open for a little while, like after 11 o'clock. About like another half hour or so.
Yeah.
But the second night we figured it was gonna be the same thing because we were there for a little bit after 11, and so Justin and I left. We're like, all right, we'll just beat these guys home. We'll wait for them to get home. We wait.
And they stayed open a little bit more. A
little
couple,
bit
yeah, a
more.
little bit more.
A little
yeah.
bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit more. That's all we'll
Just
say.
a little bit. Did you guys hear about Texas though? About their COVID rules and stuff?
None.
Because ours are still till 11, so they were just cleaning up and we were still there and whatever. But Texas and Mississippi are both done now. COVID is just like
Dunzo,
back.
baby.
COVID is just like vacated
gone.
the area.
No masks.
Yeah,
no
did they build a
restrictions.
border around Texas?
I think
All right,
so.
anyone
They
with
built a
COVID
wall, bro.
cannot get in, dude.
They
Made who'd they make pay for that wall too,
they're
bro?
probably the Texans,
They
bro.
probably made China pay for it because it's the China virus,
The
bro.
Texans with no power.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
They might as well have no mass. I mean, they got no powers. Like, it can't get much worse there.
Are you talking about like the Texans from the state of Texas, or are you talking about the football team, the Houston
Nah.
Texans?
Either
Because
way,
those
man.
Texans took a big loss yesterday.
Yeah, we gotta get into that later. But do you know why, Texas and Mississippi, just said, hey, we're good. Everything's 100% open, regular hours, no masks anymore. Do you know why?
There's no real logic to it. I mean, I read the statement from the Texas governor. I didn't read anything from the Mississippi governor, but I read the statement from the Texas governor. He basically said, it's been a hard year, and then, on top of all the big blackouts and big winter storm that just happened, I would assume too is probably a big factor. He's like, all right, things are getting better. The vaccines are rolling out. We're just gonna open up the state and see what happens.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what it basically sounded like to me.
Fuck it. Just fucking send it, bro. Who cares?
Nah. Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking too. What does the government just feel bad for Texas? Oh, you guys don't have any power, and we know you guys are like cuddling for warmth in closets and stuff. But you guys want to take your masks off now so you can cuddle for warmth?
Okay.
You can do that. Like we'll allow you to do that.
Yeah,
like,
you can.
That might be part of the
pop
factor.
them
honestly,
masks off.
and I don't know why Mississippi. It's just because like whatever.
Mississippi. Well, Mississippi is another very conservative state. You know what I mean? It's in that same logic.
So it's more politics.
Yeah, I think that's more of it. Well, yeah, like they're tired of the virus, and they're tired of dealing with things, and they're also the states haven't done that great anyway. When dealing with cases. So
and I know so Biden's trying to distribute them everywhere and stuff like that. But I heard too, like kind of the biggest struggle with it is getting them to each county, because like Kentucky has a smaller state population, but they have over 100 counties versus like a place like Nevada only has 20 counties maybe. So all 20 of those, county board members can meet on a Zoom call or whatever.
Yes.
And have it all scheduled on the same date
I've heard
and make a
similar
plan.
stuff. Yeah, I think it's a state-on-state basis. In Texas, I believe it's actually the opposite of the problems for some reason. I forget exactly what it is that's causing it. But basically, in the smaller counties in Texas, they have tons of vaccines, and they're able to roll out the vaccine really easily. But it's in the bigger cities like Austin and Dallas where they're actually not able to roll out the vaccine. There's some kind of policy or political blockade that's blocking the rollouts. Because people in Texas, like in the smaller towns, they like their policies are that anybody can take the vaccine. So people can sign up for a vaccine and go like 30 minutes out of Austin and get the vaccine.
Like same day?
It doesn't matter who you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could be elderly, you could be 21, you could be 18,
Yeah. Because I was kind of wondering about that, honestly, for myself. Like, can I schedule an appointment and just have it done? Or do I have to, let's look at your job. Oh, no, you sit at a desk and you have 5 people working next to you.
I think that's how it is right now, yeah.
I feel like that kind of stinks too, and I'm not saying again. I mean, take it away from those people that are exposed in those healthcare settings and whatever. But at the same time, how can you work on like having everyone get the shot and get fixed and fix our country when they're kind of stopping some of us from getting it? I guess it's just.
Yeah, definitely not as easy as Joe Biden thought it was going to be.
No, of course not. I mean, they only have what percent of America did you say has it
So
already?
right
I
now,
forget.
as of today, for the CDC vaccine tracker, we're now at 10% adults in the United States are fully vaccinated, and 20% have at least one dose.
Wow.
10%, huh?
Yeah,
Sounds like time to open.
Yeah, right. That's what
Texas
it seems
said.
like.
Fuck
Yeah, and then
bro.
obviously we have the new Johnson & Johnson vaccine that just got approved this week here, and so with that, projections are that we could probably be at 30% or more by the end of April, which would be really nice. And then hopefully, in my prediction, like by beginning June to mid June, we could maybe be at 60 to 70% of the whole country. That'd be nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
If we get to 60%, they gotta open shit back
Yeah,
up.
I heard about 70 to 80% is what we're looking for.
Well, because 10% is like 33 million of the population.
That's
So-
enough.
No, I mean, it could be a state-on-state basis. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know. I feel like Minnesota's going to hold out to like 70, 80. You know what I mean?
It was not me. Who's the culprit? Justin.
My ringer's off.
Josh.
Wait,
Nope,
I don't have
not
that.
me,
That's
baby.
that's not my
That's an
sound, though.
iPhone
Yeah,
one.
that's an iPhone.
Last notification 3 minutes ago.
Android, baby.
Ooh. Well, I guess there's a ghost in the room. It's probably your Alexa, bro. Does your Alexa get like text messages?
No, it
or
doesn't
what?
work like that,
What?
bro. It's not an iPhone. It doesn't make the little ping.
Ding. I mean, I
Wait.
guess.
Oh, what if it was one of your computers?
No,
Oh,
that's
Justin
an
has a-
iPhone.
He has a Mac, though. He has a Mac.
Well, maybe.
Regardless.
What is like everything I've been hearing in the news lately about Johnson & Johnson having their own vaccines now?
Yeah, so and it just got approved, I believe,
Yeah.
this week by the who?
Yeah, by
CDC.
By the CDC. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's
By the
it's a
country
one
too,
and
yes.
done. It's a one and done shot. So we keep talking about, I mean, this percentage has the 1 dose and this other percentage has 2 doses, and whatever. But once this comes out, that statistic is going to be a little skewed because this is a one shot and done. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's going to be who has this Johnson & Johnson. It's gonna be kind of weird to keep track of.
A little competition type thing.
Well, and I wouldn't even say that because, I mean, it's all for the same thing. And I don't know how much they shipped out today, but yeah, they have pallets of vials going everywhere right now. They're trying to...
Yeah, they said... I
trying to help
think
out.
they said they could have, like... I forget what it was. I'm pretty sure in one article I read they could have, like, 200 million on hand by...
Holy shit.
By May, I'm pretty sure.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, if they needed to. So, yeah, they can roll out more. And then, obviously, once we get all the doses like that we want, then obviously we can even distribute that to other countries, too, to help out as well. If they approve it and accept it, obviously.
Wow. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. You know what else is crazy? The stock market.
Oh,
I don't want to talk about it.
I don't even want to talk about it.
I really
either. Let's
don't
just
want to
skip
talk about it. But all I'll say is my personal thoughts are hold everything. I'm personally not going to buy in on anything. I'm personally not going to sell anything. I'm just going to see what happens. If we take a loss, we take a loss. But chances are it'll go back up. But we're gonna see what fucking happens.
Yeah, we always live by be prepared, not surprised, right? So,
exactly. So
unfortunately, we're gonna have to do that. I mean, there's some that's gone up, some that's gone down. I personally put $20 more in, bought a couple things that went down again because I'm like, all right, this will help out my average cost a little bit, and eventually it'll go up. And I got some money to save and put in there. So, but yeah, unfortunately, it's a tough times,
And that's all we got for that segment.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
But
no
hey,
stocks today.
Update from last week.
Ding, ding,
Quick
ding,
update
ding,
from
ding,
last
ding,
week. We
ding.
need to get some sound effects. All right, next I'll put it on our to-do list. Sound order. There we
Oh,
go.
wow. That's a fancy one right there.
All right, ready? Hit it.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. You're this one.
Just
so-
me. Ready? This is a
No,
newscast.
I know, but I gotta turn these down, and then I'm gonna do this, and then
Newscast. Live update.
Jesus.
There,
That was good.
that was pretty
That
good.
was
actually.
good.
That was
I'm
kinda
gonna
cool.
check that out. Anyway, let's dive right into it. So, news update. We talked about Lady Gaga's dogs last week. Unfortunately, Q-Tip and Justin missed that one. We gave Justin a free pass because it was his birthday week and whatever, and Q-Tip we're still a little upset with, but that's all right.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll let it
We'll
slide.
let it slide,
You
but-
only get 3 unexcused absences, then we're gonna have to call your parents.
Yeah.
Sounds like Phi Tau
Is
chapter.
that per season?
Per season,
Per season.
per lifetime.
Per lifetime. Oh my
Per
God.
lifetime. Speaking of lifetime, Ryan Fisher. Ryan Fisher is alive
Fisher?
and well. Ryan Fisher is
fuck
the
is
dog walker. Ryan Fisher is the dog walker that we listened to last week. If you listened to us last week, if you haven't, go back listen to that. We listened to it live. We kind of commentated what was going on.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Really, it was really a crazy and kind of
crazy.
sad video. And like I said, to even watch a second time. I haven't watched it a third.
I don't think I
need-
want to
no.
watch it a third
I know.
time.
No, really not. But he kind of made some posts to update everyone, and he thankfully is doing well. He wasn't in the best condition, but he's slowly getting out of the hospital now.
Pass that to Josh.
Okay, yes. Let me pass you, Josh, your phone while I'm in the middle of my news update. Anyways. But he just kind of said, I mean, everything kind of sucks, and he's getting better. He gave a good update, and yeah, he's healing. He looks forward to reuniting with all of the dogs. He was shot once, and the 2 men did steal 2 of the French bulldogs. We still don't really know. We talked about this a little bit last time. Okay, they definitely knew it was Lady Gaga's dogs, but we kind of talked about it after we were done. Like, hey, but like, maybe not. Maybe because they were they were French bulldogs. I
Yeah.
think that they go for some good money, bro. I
Yeah,
mean,
you told me like what, 10 grand or something like that.
something. Maybe I don't think so.
they
but
just
we
stole
talked
the
about it right
dogs
after
after
that.
That's what was believed to be happening. Right?
Yeah,
It was-
they didn't even know. They just took the dogs for the money.
And now
bro.
they're fucked.
yeah. So
dude.
I
Now
haven't
they're on Lady
seen.
Gaga's shit list.
Yeah, 50,000 reward. I'm sure that's still out there.
500,000. Yeah.
500,000.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, you're gonna have some like mobsters being like,
Yeah,
damn,
we need to go
I
out
could
and
use
find that guy.
500,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
And yeah, and the only video stuff we have evidence is that doorbell footage, like that we played in the video. But again, yeah, 2 of the dogs were stolen. The third one got away and returned shortly after to
Yep.
the dude on the floor. And this Friday, the day after we posted, they were returned to Lady Gaga's house unharmed.
I believe
so-
it. So no more reward.
No more reward.
All right, guys. So,
unless they're still looking
Damn,
for him.
dude.
Some lady, the story goes, some lady brought the dogs, saying that she found them and that she had no
yeah.
idea of anything to do with nothing.
Oh boy, that's kind of suspicious.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Exactly.
You guys ever seen those memes where it's like the guy who like shot John Wick's dog, bro? That's what it was probably like for that guy who stole the dogs, bro. He was probably just sweating beads, bro. He was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, bro.
Just because of who owned it
Probably
at that
did
point.
that one meme where the guy's blinking and he like blinks and then he's
Oh, yeah,
like
the Key
looking
and Peele
for it.
meme, yeah.
That was probably the guys. They're like, wait, these are Lady Gaga's dogs?
Can we check off the possibility of Michael Vick stealing those dogs?
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I think
Jesus Christ.
I think Mike Vick is in the clear now, as long as they're the real dogs.
Yes, they are definitely the real dogs. Like I said, the third one came back, and obviously they still had the third one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's thankful for Lady Gaga and her support throughout kind of his recovery, and he's doing better. But I'm just I've been kind of thinking about this and reading it this morning. What's kind of like his mental healing process, you know? Like, is he gonna be scarred from walking a dog on that
Oh,
route?
there's no way he
again?
takes that route anymore.
Or at that time of night.
He's totally going the long way.
Yeah, dude, I would never feel that safe like in that neighborhood again, probably.
He's gonna be like Will Ferrell from Step Brothers, bro. Let's take the long way home.
Probably.
I didn't want to eat that white dog shit no more. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of white dog shit, have you guys seen all the news with the NFL news recently?
With NFL dogs or what?
What a transition.
How do you get NFL from white dog shit?
Hey man, you can get dog shit from anything, baby.
That's true. We could hit you a couple times in the
0
back of
to
the head. We'd
100
find some.
real quick.
Yeah, kind of like the time when Dion's dog Bo shit in Chris's bed.
That's nasty.
That's pretty I'm sure it wasn't
nasty.
white either, was it?
No.
No.
But JJ Watt,
Cardinals, baby.
to the
Arizona.
Cardinals, baby.
I think we have a new contender.
I think
this
I
season.
don't
I'm saying.
contender, bro. They're gonna be the fucking favorite.
Dude,
Kyler Murray in year
Murray.
3, baby. D Hop.
Yep. Well, I think it's crazy too. Hopkins
Oh
was
my
on this. They were both from the Texans. They're moving to AZ, baby.
Damn.
They're both moving to Arizona.
I mean,
Cardinals
you
didn't
got
even make-
Drake too.
Cardinals didn't even make the playoffs last
Dude,
year,
have to
right?
follow
They
them.
just missed it. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, they're
unfortunately for me and my fantasy team, Kyler Murray was injured. What do you want to say? The last fourth of the season last year. So that's kind of where they fell short when it came to the playoffs. I don't even think that they made it in I don't know if they made it in the
Dude,
wild
and then
card
you,
or anything.
I mean, you got
but-
so many big names here. Jonathan Ward, fucking Isaiah Simmons. Who's that new running back too?
Well, and so
what's his
JJ Watt's gonna be
fucking
playing
name,
right next
bro?
to Chandler Jones on
And
the
he's a
line
beast
too, bro.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Chandler Jones is gonna be nuts. They're gonna figure something out because they're in the same position. It kind of sounds like Chandler Jones is just
still
gonna.
got Fitz.
Sounds like Jones is gonna stay in the front line still.
Chase Edmonds.
Yeah,
My
bro.
only
Oh my
concern,
god.
my only concern for JJ Watt is that out of the last 5 seasons, only 2 of those seasons he played every single game. He has been really nagging with
Buda
injuries.
Baker.
You know what? No, he's like been nagging with injuries this half of his career. Like you've
That's
seen,
true. That's-
like
I mean-
you've seen how like obviously in all his seasons. You can make a case that he will be in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely.
Easy.
And then we looked how Rob Gronkowski, when he was with the Patriots, how good he was in his first few seasons. And then he started missing Super Bowls, missing playoffs because he was getting hurt every season.
Yep.
Like, that's a big concern I have with J.J.
Yeah.
Watt. Does he still have enough in the tank? Like, is
I mean,
he still in his
I
prime?
don't think that's gonna be his thing. I think he's gonna play more of like a Larry Fitzgerald-esque role, where he's just
More
like
of a mentor, you're
Yeah,
saying,
he's just
or-
like a mentor for the defense. Like, hey, I'm a fucking beast. I know the tricks. Hey, rookies, check this shit out.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think more so it's because now they have you had to worry about Chandler Jones for your offensive line. All right, do we have one guy, 2 guys, the whole line, kind of focus that way and push towards that way to protect our quarterback? Now they have 2 guys on opposite sides. We're thinking.
Yeah,
Now what are you gonna do?
ideally.
Now, exactly. And that's probably what's going to happen. Of course, we have the whole offseason for them to train the new positions and work together and stuff. But Chandler Jones, I actually saw, reached out to J.J. Watt, I don't know, months ago or a couple weeks ago and said, hey, something along the lines of, if you end up getting traded to Arizona, I'll cook you any meal you want any day of the week.
Yep.
And when he got traded, he posted that conversation, the DM he said, and it said, all right, what is your first meal going to be?
So, Here's where J.J. Watt's going to come in really handy for the Cardinals. The Cardinals were the 4th best ranked defense in terms of sacks. The only concern is that they were ranked 29th ranked for points allowed. So I'm not sure who's in their secondary. Is Patrick Peterson still
Patrick
there?
Peterson's still there. You got Buda Baker.
Okay.
Is
Baker,
Clinton
yeah.
Dix, he with them?
No,
Nah.
I think he retired.
Because I remember the Packers traded him. I thought it was to the Cardinals, but I'm not too sure. But like
What does this say?
like anybody knows, you can sack as much as you want. You're giving up that many points, you're not going to win games.
But
So,
I think it's for sure an improvement, though.
it is an improvement, absolutely. But for that to happen, the secondary needs to step up big and make a big improvement. from
That's
this
true.
year.
I think if I were the Cardinals going into this draft, because they have a pretty decent draft pick this year, I would focus on your secondary because your line is solid, your safeties are solid. You got Patrick Peterson. Yeah, he's getting a little aged, but he's still a good player.
My concern is linebackers
And
pass
linebackers,
rushers.
yeah. You got the one. Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but they got one. I think they focus on defense. Your offense is solid. Like maybe line is the only thing.
I don't know how good their line is.
Oh.
Kyler Murray was injured, like we said, at the end of the year, so obviously he got hit. But
Yeah.
that happens
Maybe
too.
O-line, linebacker, and corner.
Protect
That's
your
what
new franchise
that's what
quarterback.
I focus on. I mean, you
Yeah.
got all the weapons. You got the front line. You just need to solidify that midfield.
Yeah, and there's definitely some good guys for the drafted linebacker this year. Got Micah Parsons from Penn State.
Oh, yeah.
Big guy. His 40 time was a 4.7
Holy
for a big
shit,
guy like
that's
that.
really fast for a big guy.
Notre Dame, I know this guy, Jeremiah. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name. It's pretty hard.
I
Q-tip,
think
you want to
should
try?
pronounce
Q-tip?
it.
I think
That's an oof right there.
No,
It's a
that's who?
two-part last name.
Do it.
Owusu Koromoa.
There you go. I
His-
nailed it.
His
That was
40
perfect.
His 40 time is a 4.53.
Damn.
And you need a guy like that. So when I'm in the draft for my linebackers, what I really want to see the strengths is obviously 40-yard dash.
You want speed.
Yep, I want to see how many reps you can do on 225 bench press.
Yep.
Because you're coming in with that speed, I need to know if you can exert
You
all your
can
push
force.
off.
fucking hit.
Like if someone steps in to get you, I want to know if you can knock them over, and that's what makes a good linebacker.
Yeah.
And a good ball hawk too, because you're not going to be blitzing on every play. There's going to be one situation where quarterback drops, you're not covering anyone, you're just watching the eyes of the quarterback. You guess his moves, unless you're playing Mahomes, where he's just not going to look where he's throwing. Then you're kind of screwed.
Dude, and speaking of throwing, so we talked about Dak Prescott a little bit. I think
Yeah.
we talked about him a little bit ago. So I heard something today that Russell Wilson is open to
He requested a
getting,
trade.
Yeah.
Did he request?
That's
He's
what I heard.
open to trades from
I heard he was
4 teams.
open to
He's
trade.
open to trades from 4 specific teams, if I heard
I
right.
heard about that too.
Yep, I heard the Saints for sure, and the Cowboys were the two
Yep,
big names I
about the
heard.
Saints. That's
Well,
right. I
the
heard
Saints
that.
is still not determined because we don't know if Drew Brees is
Oh, he's
officially retiring.
done, bro. He's
He's gone.
done.
Nope.
bro.
Don't you think it would have done
Nope.
it by now?
Nope,
No.
I saw a video this morning of Drew Brees killing it in the workout, absolutely grinding, bro. This morning, I promise you,
bro.
right on ESPN, they posted it. His trainer posted this morning.
I
Yep.
don't know, bro.
Yep, he's grinding, bro. He's getting ready. He's just like Big Ben, bro. They're both gonna come back, same teams, and they're
I'm
gonna
telling-
try their best, bro.
I'm
They gotta
telling
give
you
it
this.
one more year. Both
I'm
of them are
telling
giving
you,
it one
if
more.
he wanted to retire, he would have done it by now because with Wilson opening up like this, and he already had it in his head, he would have opened up and given the Saints a chance to get Russell Wilson. Because when is the draft's in April, right?
It's that soon, huh? No way.
It's pretty quick. It's coming up for sure.
Or wait, is that the combine that's in April? Or
One
is the
of the-
combine already happened?
No, the combine hasn't happened. I would have seen like a million pictures on it and videos and stuff. That crap blows up my social media. I follow too many football things.
Yeah. My biggest... It's really sad to see Russell Wilson and the Seahawks part ways if it does happen.
Yeah,
'Cause
dude,
He carried that team.
Yeah, dude, he's the heart of that team.
Once the Legion of Boom left, he was that team.
But-
Lockett, Jimmy Graham when he was there.
True.
And
Baldwin.
and who was the Chris Carson?
Yeah,
Chris
Chris
Carson.
Carson.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Lynch.
He's just
too.
hurt too much.
Yeah, he's kind of hurt it all the time too. The biggest thing too is both of their salary caps are absolutely different, dude. I mean, if they were to trade like Dak for Russell and some draft picks, maybe like Cowboys straight up for them, the Cowboys would have the better deal because
Yes, they
Dak.
would.
I don't know their exact salary costs, but Dak is way more
There's
expensive.
no way you trade Dak Prescott though, do you?
But
Yeah, you got
for
Andy
Russell
Dalton.
Wilson,
I think so.
but for Russell Wilson, I think it's medium. I feel like Dak is definitely younger. I mean, it's different. Two different completely players, but they are both number one starting quarterbacks no matter what, unless they are injured. So they're getting something cheaper for about the same, big name quarterback.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's got more experience, but he still probably has 5 to 10 years in him at
5
least.
to 10 years.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Not
At least.
I think so. Yeah.
How old? Let's see how old Russell Wilson is, because fucking.
He's like early 30s.
Because Tom Brady's like, what? Got to be
Yeah, but
57, bro.
Tom-
Like,
43, turning 44.
Tom
in
yeah,
Brady's a
Russell
special
Wilson's
case,
only
bro.
32 years
That's
old.
true.
Tom Brady's a special case though, bro.
Russell Wilson's only 32 years old. I think there's a decent
not
chance
very
for
many
that.
players who can play in the league that many years.
I just want to know if he's going to break George Blanda's record for
How close is he?
George Blanda, I think. So, in the last 3 years of George Blanda's career, he was a quarterback and a kicker. In the last 3 years of his career, he was just strictly a kicker. Like, it was just too dangerous for him to be
Really?
a quarterback. There's a photo of him online with Al Davis, because he finished his career with the Raiders. You looked at him, and he looked like an old man.
Yeah, like
grandpa.
he should not be
Really?
playing football type man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like Brady, 44.
Dude,
no,
he looks
gray
like
hairs.
he's like 30, bro.
Yeah, he's in great condition.
Well, that's because he does all that like weird diet crap and stuff. I mean, he's got his own fucking meal plan and shit. Like,
really?
yeah, he sells that shit, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't know
those
that.
books,
TB12 method.
those books are like $200.
Damn.
And I've
but
read
they
every
obviously
review.
work.
Plus shipping and handling.
And I've read all the reviews of people who took it, and they all say, "No wonder why this guy hasn't aged a day. This is such a great diet."
Yeah,
They
dude.
said it doesn't
Weird.
really doesn't consist of that much. Like, it's perfect for weight loss and keeping lean muscle on.
Yep.
It's not for bulking. It's just for
Keeping consistent.
being lean,
Yeah.
staying consistent. And where can I find some avocado ice cream?
Dude,
Like,
they don't sell that shit
What?
here, bro. They sell that in like Cali and
He
stuff.
probably makes it homemade.
I bet he does. Dude, no, he has a personal chef who makes that.
or
There's
yeah,
no way
or
Tom
somebody
Brady
freaking
doesn't have a
ships it all
personal
in,
chef.
dude.
Bro, he probably grows his own avocados in his backyard.
He
dude.
probably has a guy for that
He
too.
probably
Yeah.
does.
He's
If
got
you
the-
have that much
the
money,
avocado
you
dealer,
definitely have a
avocado
guy
dealer,
for
bro.
that.
And after the Super
got
Bowl
a guy for
parade,
everything.
you remember that video of him like stumbling drunk?
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
He
that was
like
fucking
he
hilarious.
tweeted like later that night. It's like, it's okay. I just had a little too much avocado tequila.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Dude, I wonder what that would taste like.
Avocado.
Probably
Avocado
like
tequila?
avocado.
I mean, I like avocados.
No,
It's
well,
an
you know what I mean,
avocado.
but it would just be a different experience.
Do you not like
Avocados from
Do you not
I do
Mexico.
not like avocados.
I'm 50-50 on
I do
that.
not like anything green, bro.
What?
Anything
Lettuce?
green can stay away
Lettuce?
from me,
Yeah, how
bro.
can
You
you
know what I
lettuce?
mean?
You can't hate on everything green.
Lettuce,
Everything.
green
bro.
beans.
Green
Peas?
beans, anything.
peas?
Yes.
As Tom Brady started to get older, what I really see in a quarterback as they start to age is they just don't feel more confident in the pocket, knowing that there's these young, stronger guys coming to sack them. But he still
He
looks
doesn't give a
confident.
fuck,
He's still
bro.
confident there, sticking in,
That's
taking
true.
the hits,
Yeah.
focused on the throws. Like, man, like
Man's a
in every
beast,
single
bro.
year, it just keeps getting me mad. It's just every single year. Oh, he's gonna fall off the cliff, win the Super Bowl. Yeah, I guess this is gonna be the year he falls off, wins again. Oh, I know I was wrong the past couple years, but this is the year. I'm
Yeah.
telling, like, they're
Dude, it
at this rate,
happens
every
every
single
year,
year, they're just
bro.
gonna keep saying it's over. Wins, it's over, it's over.
Well, do you think they could go for a twofer?
I
What?
think it's already in
I think it's
the
possible.
I think it's already in the Goodell
In the Goodell book.
contract, bro. Goodell
a
contract.
twofer? What do you mean?
Like a two for one,
Back to
like
back.
back to back, baby.
Back-to-back World War champs, baby.
So that would be the second time.
I mean, after the performance they put on against the Chiefs,
Holy
they,
yeah.
em-
They shit on him,
They
bro.
embarrassed them.
They shit
I
on
feel
him.
bad for Mahomes because he made the best
is
two
true.
passes of the game, and they were both incomplete.
Yeah,
Yup.
dude, his guys couldn't catch the goddamn ball.
Tyreek Hill goes right through his hands.
That wasn't Tyreek, bro.
One of them was Tyreek.
Not the
One of them.
worst
Not the one
one.
I'm thinking.
Kelsey
but-
was the
Not
bad
the one where he
Was
threw.
Where's
he
the one where he
laid out.
side, right?
Yeah, he like laid out. That was some Joe Blow.
Damn, yeah, those guys
It's probably
are,
Pringle, huh?
Those guys are eating too much Butterfingers on the bench, bro.
Yeah, bro, for real, dude. I mean, I saw so many drop passes, and I was like, oh my God. Like in my head while it was happening, I was like, oh my God, he just caught that. And then he dropped it. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That was right in your fucking hands.
Do you guys think that next season will be at full capacity for stadiums, or you think it'll be a little?
No,
limited?
it'll be probably 20%.
Ooh, I bet it could start out maybe 50%.
I mean, in Texas,
And I bet
It depends how fast the stuff gets
middle
out.
of the season, it could be 100%.
Yeah, maybe middle, but not right away.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We
But
still
how do
have
you-
almost a whole year until the next season, though. you
No,
know?
not a whole year,
I
bro.
think
that
we
shit
should-
starts
we
in,
should-
what, August?
We should
August
be at
preseason.
herd immunity by that point.
Hopefully. We
should
can only
be.
hope.
Fully immune,
because
babe.
if you guys don't remember, there was no preseason this year.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely getting a preseason this year, I bet, for
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
see it.
and that's the thing. We'll see what happens and kind of hope.
Yeah, maybe we can-
Another team I'm kind of excited to see what happens to this off season is the Bengals because they got
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Burrow, rookie quarterback. Is it Higgins, the rookie wide receiver too? Plus,
It is Higgins, yeah.
who's the other guy though? They had another rookie guy too. He was on my fantasy team. I can't remember his name. They have 3 good wide receivers
Yeah,
with
Boyd-
AJ Green
Boyd
included. We got to put him in
Higgins,
there.
AJ Green.
Yep.
He had a slow start.
And then
this
you
season.
got there's a fourth one, dude. Their receiver core is absolutely bonkers.
So, and that's what do you think they focus on this draft then?
They might need a back.
Running back? Well, who's the running back right now? I forget.
Their
Exactly, bro. Who the fuck is their running back?
Their defense was worst ranked in terms of sacks, so they could use
Probably a D lineman.
Yeah, D lineman,
Really?
inside linebacker.
So their defense isn't good either? Because, obviously we know Joe Burrow just got hammered, bro,
Yeah,
all season
yeah.
long.
All-
So that's what I was
maybe line,
thinking.
too.
They need a front line. This was his first year, and he did
They
good
gotta
for...
focus in the trenches, bro.
Yeah, they got to protect their guy they drafted. He could be the next guy for
I think
for
so
years.
too. He's really good.
He's a
and
good guy, Joe
Which-
Burrow.
Which pick do they have in the draft?
I think it's like
third or
It's
fourth?
really high, yeah, like
Something.
third or fourth.
Yeah.
because they did not do well. Joe Burrow put up good numbers, but
Yes.
they just couldn't.
Well, and that's the thing.
They couldn't do anything.
Exactly. Their offense was good. Their defense got slammed. That's why they didn't win games. Cause
And Joe Burrow just got hammered in the pocket, bro.
yes, because how are you gonna? Yeah, that's the thing. How are you gonna draft some guy and hope he can last 5, 10, how many seasons? And he
Burrow-
plays the first 6 games and gets hammered.
Burrow
he did
was-
amazing those games.
Burrow
too.
was pressured on 1 in every 5 snaps this year, and he still managed a 65 completion rate when
Yeah.
under pressure. His bad throw percentage was 14.8%, and his on-target passing percentage was just a hair above 75%. You can win a lot of games with a quarterback who plays like that.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah,
need to
dude.
focus on protecting him.
Yeah, Tyler Boyd's the other wide receiver I was missing.
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd was a monster fantasy-wise. They scored a hell of touchdowns, a hell of yards every game because they were just like the Falcons. Their defense sucks, so they had to just chuck the ball down there and get something.
Yeah.
That's why all their wide receivers except for Green didn't do nothing until they put their backup in.
yeah.
But
Green's just old now. He's not the same as he was.
maybe they have a ways to go. I just was kind of thinking of him because I love Burrow. I had Boyd on my team.
I
He
had
did
Higgins.
crazy.
He was a beast.
Yep. And so maybe it's their line, and it's really just their line and their defense. Maybe we'll see some
Yeah.
moves with them. But they do have one of the biggest budgets in the NFL.
They
I believe it's
so
top 3.
They'll
So they
probably
need to do
make
something.
some trade moves this
And,
offseason, huh?
Actually, the Bengals were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They were the 7th team with the least amount of drops.
Oh,
by
this
wide
year?
receivers.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, they just need some bulk
Yeah.
up on the trenches, bro.
Yep. Yep. They got the good players. They just need to bulk up on the lines, on the protective lines.
Because we all know Cincinnati's number one goal, and that's to erase that curse.
Not be garbage.
31 years without a playoff win.
Oh God.
1990 was their last playoff win. I think.
Right.
Well,
I
the
think
Browns
it was against.
figured it out.
I think it was against the Cleveland Browns. If I'm not 100% positive, it may have been against the Browns.
Yeah.
Their coach at the time, no idea. But
Yeah,
Obviously
I was reading
nobody
something else about
important.
that too today. So apparently, the first text was sent in 1992. So nobody has ever texted your buddy about, "Hey, did you see that playoff game? That playoff win?"
well, they almost got one back in 2014 when they played the Steelers.
What the fuck?
What? You don't like that joke?
Where did you even get that fact?
What?
It was it was a meme today, dude.
No.
It was.
No.
Isn't it a good joke though? You can't deny that.
It was a good one. But
That's what I said.
Yeah,
but actually,
Hey, he laughed.
so actually,
Anyways.
I correct myself. It was in the playoffs of 2016 when the Bengals hosted the Steelers at home. The Steelers had Antonio Brown on the team, and they were gonna win. The Bengals. It was third down, and Roethlisberger threw a pass to Antonio Brown. He didn't catch, and then Burfict came in and went shoulder to helmet on him, took him down, 15-yard penalty, and then I think Pac-Man Jones shoved someone on the Steelers and then added on another 15 yards. There was 20 seconds left in the game. The Steelers got the field goal and took the lead.
I remember that
Not
game.
enough time for them to win.
That's crazy.
Damn.
They just have a really bad history in the playoffs. It's just really unfortunate.
That's crazy, dude. That's
Yeah.
absolutely bonkers. Speaking of bad history in the playoffs, you see who your hometown heroes dropped today?
Mine?
No, not your.
Not
we
you.
don't want
You looked right at me.
Nobody ever wants to hear about your hometown heroes.
Yeah.
So don't make eye contact with me when you say hometown heroes.
The
All right,
boys.
Because they're
listen.
here. Because they're heroes where I come from. They're sidekicks.
Yeah,
Oh.
your
From-
current hero is Superman, baby. It's Cam Newton. But anyways,
St. Cloud Superman, baby.
No.
Oh, not that guy.
no, not
Apparently
that
that guy got banned from
Cam
Facebook
Newton.
for 30 days.
I believe it.
Oh, I
bro.
don't doubt it.
He's
He's
a
on the same
troll.
boat as Trump.
Yeah, but Kyle Rudolph was cut by the Vikings
There's your
today,
hometown
and then
hero.
Why?
after that he just retired.
Yeah, because he's booty, bro. He's booty cheeks.
That's awful, bro. Though. I mean, why have they?
He didn't do
are they,
anything.
I mean, he did.
No, he didn't.
I
He
mean,
didn't do
he
shit.
You're
You gotta
right.
trim the fat, bro.
Yeah, you gotta trim the fat, bro.
I mean, I guess.
off
Did
the
he ever?
edges.
Did I mean? Do you think he's gonna be in a Vikings Hall of Fame?
There's
something?
no Viking. First of all, that's not a thing. Second of
Well,
all,
they retire players' numbers. That's what
He's
I meant. I guess.
not gonna get in the Hall of Fame, and if he does, it's gonna be a long fucking time.
No, not the NFL Hall of Fame.
Like Vikings Ring of Honor.
Like a
The
retired
Ring of
Yes.
Honor.
Yes, that's what it's called. Maybe, but it's just because he was that well known. of a
Stephon
name.
Diggs will get in the Vikings.
No, he
Hall-
will
Ring
not.
Of Honor.
No, he will not.
For the Minneapolis Miracle.
Justin, do you think he will? He played for us 1 year. I agree with
Stephon
that.
Diggs?
Stephon Diggs played for like 4
He
or 5.
hates Minnesota, bro. He had the best year of his career in Buffalo this year. Why would he give two shits about us anymore?
It's not about him.
because
it's about the city.
because where he started out is where he got all of his
But doesn't
relevance
he
from.
have to agree to it? Like
No.
he's like, yeah, you
If
can
he has-
retire my number.
If he
and
has a
shit,
bad
or-
relationship with the organization, then probably not. But
Right, that's
if
what
he
I'm
still
saying.
is like friendly with everyone, sees all like his old teammates bumps into him, and still no love lost, then maybe because
Yeah.
he did really good with the Vikings. He really propelled them that season. Case
Yeah.
Keenum going to the playoffs, he was a big part of that team.
Yeah,
That's fair.
They wouldn't have made it as far without Stephon Diggs for sure, bro.
That's
For
fair.
sure.
Who did they trade him for when they traded him to the Bills?
It was just draft picks.
I was gonna say obviously garbage because we can't
Speaking
draft
of which,
anyone
the
anyways.
Vikings must be geared up to have a good draft this year.
Dude, we
Didn't
never
make
pick
the
anyone
playoffs,
good. We
and
don't
I
pick
think we
anyone
have.
good.
I think we have like 3 first-round picks this year. Because we got for sure 2 first-rounders from Buffalo. One this year, one next year.
Really.
So
We have some
for
stuff coming up.
Yeah, we for sure have 2 draft picks this year. Or wait,
No, one this year, one next year. Well, yeah, our own first rounder,
Yeah.
and then unless it's the year
What does it
after or
say?
whatever. But I was gonna try and see. Obviously, Jacksonville's number 1, and the Jets are number 2.
we're taking Trevor Lawrence all day.
You think so?
You'd be stupid not to.
You think so?
Either one of those teams would be stupid not to.
Vikings have the 14th pick,
And then what?
and then
I know they have 2.
I don't see one. I mean, they could if on like draft night give like a big
No,
trade.
dude, because they got one from Buffalo.
Dude, Jacksonville has 2 though.
Dude, where's Vikings? Keep scrolling, bitch.
Yeah, it's gotta be. Oh, yeah, just 14th.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
that's
must
all
be a
I'm
different
saying.
year, unfortunately.
Maybe it's next
confirming.
year.
It must be a couple next year and the year after or something, like 2022
Yeah,
and
that could be.
2023. I
Yeah,
don't
it
know,
could
though.
be.
I know they got some good draft stock for him. I know we have a bunch of third-rounders this year.
Well, and maybe that's going to be nice because we have. Okay, I was going to say we don't have a quarterback. We have one. What do we have? One wide receiver right now. One running back. Okay, we have a solid running back. We have a solid
We
wide
just
receiver.
need defense, baby. All
Yeah.
defense. Vikes need all defense.
We're happy with
If they
quarterback.
draft
We're
a-
happy with our quarterback. Are we happy or satisfied?
No, we're not happy, but you're
Are
not
we satisfied?
No, not really.
All right, then we need to be in that market too, huh?
You need to get the big D back. You need the big
We
D
need
back.
the D, bro.
Maybe they pick up, I don't know, some quarterback in the 8th round, give it a shot.
Kirk
Maybe he'll
Cousins is
turn-
adequate. He's not like
Maybe learning he'll turn into the next Tom
he's
Brady.
not adequate.
You
Kirk
know?
Cousins isn't terrible. He's just not good.
We're not
He's
satisfied.
just mediocre.
We're not
Yeah, it's
satisfied.
not a franchise.
Honestly, I think you guys should have just kept Case Keenum.
We should have. I don't know why they didn't, bro.
He did a great.
Yeah.
everyone
I was
should have-
that
upset.
bad.
I was super upset about that trade. I was like, that is the dumbest thing.
Who does he play for
This
anymore?
man, he doesn't even. He's not even a starter,
Exactly.
bro.
Why
he
not just trade back?
thrived in our fucking in everything.
in our organization with the coaches,
he
with the playbook.
thrived,
Yes.
bro. Why would you trade him? He pulled you to a championship game.
Right now, he's Baker Mayfield's backup.
Yeah, dude. He pulled you to a
13
championship.
13-3. How do you reward him? Nah, go to Cleveland.
13-3 and got you to the NFC championship, and you're gonna fucking trade him? What the fuck?
You gave him one chance. He succeeded. He lost one game, and you basically said,
That's
"I think we're
rough.
gonna move on."
I thought that was
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
you should have just
dude.
given him one more season. I think he would have
so
done just
too.
fine.
That's what I think so too.
Yeah. They gave him the old Brett Favre one and done, huh?
Well, they gave Brett Favre.
Oh,
two,
okay.
but-
Brett, they
two.
gave Brett Favre
Two
a
or
second
three.
try. But I don't know.
Oh, god damn it, dude.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
God fucking damn it.
But anyway, guys, Saturday's a big night in sports. We got UFC 259,
259, huh?
headlined by light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz.
Jan
And-
Blachowicz?
Yep, Polish.
Ooh.
And he will be fighting the current middleweight champion, who's moving up a weight class to become the 5th ever double champ in UFC history.
Holy shit.
Israel, the last stylebender, Adesanya. And in the co-main event, we have the greatest female fighter of all time, Amanda Nunes.
Amanda Nunes is
Yep.
fighting too?
Yes, she is.
God damn.
Who is a current champ. She'll be defending her featherweight title against Megan Anderson.
That's a good fight.
Yep. And then in the third, there's 3 title fights. And the third title fight will be Russian superstar bantamweight champion Pyotr No Mercy Yan versus Aljamain Sterling for the bantamweight title.
Wow.
So I just want to go through and
Holy
break
shit.
down these three
That's
three
a good
fights.
ass card.
I know,
That is a good
and
card.
you also have it's a 5-fight main card. It's gonna kick off with Khabib's teammate Islam Mas,
Yeah, yeah. Nailed
Yeah,
it.
that guy.
versus Drew Dober
Nailed it.
versus Drew Dober, and then
Nice. Whoa. This is not news time. This is
Oh, sorry.
sports time.
Sorry, sports time.
Sports.
and then we have and then before we have all the title fights, we have former light heavyweight challenger Thiago Santos taking on Alexander Raychik for a top
good fight,
contender in the
too.
light heavyweight division.
Raychik's a good fighter.
So let me just break in because, wow, these title fights, it's going to be a really good night.
That's a good card.
Let's start with our bantamweight fight to kick off all the title fights. So we have Pyotr Yan, who won his last fight to claim the bantamweight title against former UFC and WEC champion, featherweight champion Jose Aldo. Pyotr Yan is 15-1 in his career with 7 wins by knockout and 1 submission. His notable wins were against Jose Aldo, UFC Hall of Famer and former WEC featherweight champion Uriah Faber,
Wow.
and also a UFC Hall of Famer, and Jimmy Rivera, former King of the Cage flyweight champion and former CCFC bantamweight champion. And he's going to be going up against Aljamain Sterling, who is 19-3 with 2 wins by knockout and 8 by submission.
Damn.
Notable wins over Corey Sandhagen, who's current second-ranked UFC bantamweight contender. Pedro Munoz, current 8th-ranked UFC bantamweight, and former bantamweight champion Henan Burrell, who had a record of 22 consecutive wins over a 9-year span in his career. So the betting odds for this fight, according to mybookie.ag, is Pyotr Yan -115 to Sterling's -115. So we have an even coin flip toss-up.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Who are you taking?
I'll get to that.
All right.
So we're going to go over some of the strengths. We're going to go through some of the strengths and weaknesses of each fighter. So if we're going for Yan, his biggest strength is definitely his striking, his movement. If you watched his fight against Aldo is a very good striker, one of the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, No.
Technical
I think
difficulties.
we're live. We're live.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, I guess Q-Tip doesn't like this topic. Yeah.
What?
Chicken butt.
But
Anyways.
yeah. Anyway,
Live.
Anyway,
Gotcha
so
live.
in the bantamweight championship, when Piotr Jan took on Jose Aldo, he took on one of the greatest strikers in the history of the sport, and he picked him apart, completely dismantling him, leaving him in a bloody mess, working in his movement. And one thing that's a very overrated part of his game is his takedown defense. He has an 88% takedown defense. Aldo did take him down in the last fight, but he got right back up and kept doing what he's doing. And what he did the entire fight against Aldo and Uriah Faber was his pressure. His pressure is something else, and I think that Sterling's going to have to really adjust to that. Now, the only weaknesses that Piotr Jan has is he has a very short reach compared to Aljamain Sterling. Jan's about 5'6" or 5'5", and Sterling's 6 feet tall, so
Holy
that's going to
shit.
be a little hard.
That's a big mismatch.
And
Shit.
I wouldn't call this one a weakness, but it's just like a unknown. We've never seen Piotr Jan's ground skills because he's never really faced a grappler, and it's all just been him striking. But when we bring in Aljamain Sterling, we have submissions. Like I said, he's won 8 of his last fights by submission. And one thing I've noticed in his striking is that he does a really good job countering with kicks and then going right into a punch. So that could play a big part. And the only weakness that Sterling really has is knockout power. So my keys to victory for this fight are that if Aljamain Sterling wants to win, he needs to get Piotr Jan to the ground, work it, control him, and go for a submission. And if Jan wants to win, he has to take advantage of his skill in the takedown defense. So my prediction for this fight is that Aljamain Sterling will beat the champion by 3rd round submission.
3rd round submission, baby.
Sterling.
Based on those stats, I can't even disagree with you because he's got the height, and if he's a superior grappler, that means he's not going to be taking all these strikes from Jan because he doesn't have Jan doesn't have the reach to get to him. Mm-hmm. So he's not going to be able to do these strikes that he would typically be able to do on somebody who's closer in height, which means that Sterling is going to have the opportunity to counter and take him down. And once he gets down to the ground, just based off these stats, it sounds like he hasn't really fought anybody who's as good at grappling and submissions and holds as Sterling is. And I really feel like, based on what you've told me just now, that Sterling has the upper hand as far as everything goes.
And that is why Piotr Jan for this fight camp went over to Coconut Creek, Florida at Dan Lambert's American Top Team to work with all the grapplers. And if you ask me, he definitely brought in a couple guys who have a long reach, much larger frame, because that's what he's going to be up against. And Aljamain Sterling is training out of Matt Serra's camp in Long Island. He trains along with Matt Serra, former UFC welterweight champion.
Sure.
One of the guys who knocked out George St. Pierre. One of 2 guys to beat
baby.
GSP.
GSP.
And he also trains along UFC light heavyweight Ali Aquinta. And Aquinta has dressed him as the top grappler in their camp at Serra Jiu-Jitsu.
Damn.
So the tail of the tape for this fight is height. Actually, they have the same height. They are both 5'7". They both weigh, for this fight, if they make weight, 135 pounds, which is the limit for a bantamweight title fight. Aljamain Sterling will have the reach advantage with 71 inches over Jan's 67-inch reach. And
Wow.
Jan will be fighting in a switch stance, and Sterling will be fighting in orthodox.
Nim.
It's
And
going to be interesting.
That makes a difference too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Of how they go attacking it,
huge.
I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge.
And Sterling is 4 years older than Jan. So there may be some youth experience, but we'll see. All right, moving on to the co-main event. We have the GOAT, Amanda Nunes, the Lioness, defending her featherweight title against Megan Anderson.
So how heavy would they have to be for the featherweight, for the women's
145.
145?
Wow.
Yep.
I see that Amanda Nunes, it might be her last title fight at
Yep.
this weight?
Yep,
or-
because there's been talk about the featherweight division in women's. There are no rankings. You go on the UFC.com. There are no featherweight rankings.
It's women's UFC,
because
I'm sure, yeah.
When they created the featherweight division, the only reason they created the featherweight division was for Chris Cyborg, and that kind of went south once once Amanda Nunes went up a weight class and knocked out Cyborg in less than a minute. And then Cyborg and Dana White's relationship kind of went downhill.
Don't say
and
Dana White around a Jake Paul right now. Okay, come on now. No, I don't want to hear it.
So their relationship went sour after Chris Cyborg defeated Felicia Spencer at UFC 240. And backstage, Dana and Chris were having a little conversation, and there was a doctored video. Chris Cyborg went in and edited the captions of their interview, basically saying that Dana White said that she was afraid to fight Amanda Nunes.
Really?
And then Dana White comes out and he's just like, that is not what I said. She doctored that video. It's one of the dirtiest things I've ever seen.
Jesus.
But regardless, so
What are their stats? Because I know Anderson is like 6 feet.
Anderson, so the tail of the tape for this one is Amanda Nunes is 5'8" compared to Megan Anderson, 6 foot tall.
That's a tall woman.
That's what I'm
Both-
saying, dude.
And both will weigh in
bro.
if they make weight at 145
That's
pounds.
a big bitch.
Anderson will have the 3-inch reach advantage at 72 inches. Both fight out of the orthodox, and Megan Anderson is 2 years younger, her elder, Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
So
So she's a young tall bitch, huh?
Oh my god.
you better hope that she doesn't come knocking.
I know. Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
so-
I just thought that was funny. No, all
Let's break
jokes.
down these fighters.
It kind of sounds interesting, like an interesting fight, because
Yeah.
Nunes is that good, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, Nunes is
Amanda
a beast.
Nunes' resume is second to none. It's the best resume I've ever seen. 20-4 with 13 knockouts and 3 submissions, and the current number 1 pound for pound female fighter in the world.
Damn,
Yep.
that's half for fights or knockouts.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Her
That's
pretty good.
her most notable wins. She knocked out Ronda Rousey in less than a minute.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's all I need to hear. That's all I need to
Former
hear.
UFC
Brutal.
bantamweight champion. She knocked out former bantamweight champion Holly Holm.
Yep.
Last
Wow.
July.
Okay,
or
I've
2
heard that name
Julys
too,
ago.
actually. Wow.
She submitted Misha Tate at UFC 200 to win the bantamweight title. She's beaten Dutch she's from the Netherlands. The Netherlands kickboxer Germaine de Randamie twice, who was the first featherweight champion. And also she's beaten Valentina Shevchenko twice, who's the
Yeah.
number 2 pound for pound female fighter in the world
Shevchenko's a beast.
and the current flyweight champion. And of course she knocked out Chris Cyborg at UFC 232 to win the featherweight title. Cyborg was the former UFC, Invicta, and Strikeforce featherweight champion and is the current Bellator featherweight champion. As for Megan Anderson, she is 11-4 with 6 knockouts and 3 submissions. Her notable wins are against Kat Zingano, who was a former title challenger, and Charmaine Tweet. She's still kind of new to the sport, as you can tell. She came over from a different promotion. So the betting odds for this fight, wow. Amanda Nunes, minus 1,030 compared to Megan Anderson's plus 715.
Really?
So
Yeah.
it's not even worth betting on Amanda Nunes to win.
Yeah.
Dude, but and one thing you got to think about too is that those Anderson stats, she's only won by decisive victories.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't won by just like decision and shit. So that just tells you right there that she's a fucking brawler.
But she also beat Holly Holm and Felicia Spencer.
No, she didn't. She
No?
lost to both of them.
Oh no, you're right. Did she beat Rousey though, or no?
No, Rousey.
So
Rousey.
so those are all big names that she's lost against.
Yes.
So-
now if she beat those 2 names, then we'd be like, oh wow,
That's
it's coming.
true. So it might not really be a question because you'd put probably Nunes in that kind of category of UFC women's fighter, or like
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Cyborg, yeah. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So-
no doubt. Okay.
When we look at strengths and weaknesses of Amanda Nunes, we look at Nunes is obviously her power and her striking, which has been shown in her wins against Ronda Rousey, where she picked her apart. She was a really heavy underdog against Ronda Rousey, and she came in and shut up the crowd. Holly Holm, she knocked her out with a head kick in the second round. And then, obviously, she went toe-to-toe with Germaine de Randamie at UFC 245. A very great kickboxer, multiple champion, and you're definitely a good striker if you beat Valentina Shevchenko twice.
Yeah, Shevchenko's a beast, bro.
And so a part of her game that really wasn't known until the de Randamie fight was her grappling. She really showed off her grappling skills against Germaine de Randamie, controlled her, kept her on the ground, did her ground and pound, and she really showed that she does have grappling skills. Now, there are very little weaknesses when it comes to her, but one thing I've seen is that her cardio isn't really up to the test.
How many rounds do they do?
For a championship, it's 5.
Still
But
5,
she never needs to go 5 rounds.
That's true.
She did have to go against Jermaine Durandamy, but she was starting to die down after the 4th round.
Okay.
So the cardio, if it does go longer, then it could be an issue. And another thing, a weakness she has is that she is very predictable. You know what she's going to do. She's going to come out and she's going to brawl. She wants to take you out and hurt you. So it's easy to prepare for that. Now with Megan Anderson, her biggest strengths are all on the ground, grappling and submissions. Very good submission artist, good grappler, just all around good on the ground. And her weaknesses, so she doesn't really have a resume to really prove. Obviously, and she doesn't really have too much elite experience too.
Yep.
She has fought Felicia Spencer and Holly Holm, Kat Zingano, but she lost both of those. And the people that she beat to get this title shot aren't really known by UFC fans. They don't have a Wikipedia page, I know. So it's not really that she has weaknesses. It's just she hasn't shown that she can compete with the best. So that may be a problem. So my final prediction for this fight is that Nunes knocks her out in the first round.
Damn, one and
that's
done,
a
huh?
heavy prediction right there. Holy shit.
Wow.
I'm very confident in
So,
that.
do you think you're dumb if you put $5 on the other chick or not?
That means you would get around, probably get $60 or something.
Really?
Yeah.
On
So,
Nunes?
If you bet, so with the
No,
odds,
on Anderson. I'm
so
a loser.
if you bet $100 on Megan Anderson, you win $715.
Damn.
Jesus.
And
So
what if I put 100 on Nunes?
Then you would only win $10.
10. I was gonna say
So you,
10 bucks.
you
yeah.
think it's going to be first round Nunes?
one and done? One and done,
First
baby.
round,
Yeah, it
huh?
could be.
You think it's that mismatched?
I think it is.
Because
Could
who
be,
else
actually,
is next
yeah.
in line? Because I was seeing something too right now that there's really no one else in line in her weight class. She had fought at 135 before, I believe,
She's the current champion at 135.
and she's going to 145 now. But there's not that many people that are up on her level that has fought. I mean,
Yeah.
that has her track record like
That's
that.
why
Is there
if
anyone next at
if
this
she
point?
wins this fight, then Dana may cut the whole UFC women's featherweight division because it wasn't meant for her in the first place. It was just meant for Chris Cyborg.
Wow.
And
Damn.
it just shows how good she is.
And
She's
just how much it shows how much
do you
of a
wanna-
bitch Dana White is, bro. That's what it shows.
So,
Oh,
and
man.
here's
For
the
the
fun
money.
fact. So, Amanda Nunes, she's been the UFC women's bantamweight champion since UFC 200.
Wow.
She has
Shit.
held the belt for almost 1,700 days.
Okay, still okay, damn. That's still half a year, but
1,700.
wow. Sorry, I was thinking 170. No, you're right. That's more than a year.
That's like early
I
2016.
think you need to time out, bro. I think we need to put a dunce cap
do
on
I
you in
need
the
a potty
corner.
break? Do I need to take
So,
a potty break?
I
or
think
what?
so, bro. God damn, that's two bad ones on the same segment.
So would you guys disagree with my prediction?
No.
I don't know. I mean, I trust your prediction. I don't know though. A first round knockout's pretty crazy. But
I think maybe-
She
if
did that
this-
to
if
Ronda
there's a fight to-
Rousey. She did that to Misha Tate. Well, she submitted her in the first
If
round.
there's a fight to happen this week, it's probably that fight. That's
Yep.
true. Though.
I think maybe a third rounder, but I don't think first round. I
She's
think
done it 3 times.
True,
Against
dude.
Chris Cyborg.
True.
Against Ronda Rousey. Come on.
True. You have that game plan. You know those weaknesses. You fight against those same style of fighters.
And if
She
I'm
might go into to it pretty
for a
prepared.
champion that long, if I kind of any girl that gets announced would just be so intimidated to fight her.
Yeah.
And if you look at her, she's beaten every single woman's bantamweight champion in the history of that division. So
That's true.
So yeah, I have Nunes by first round knockout. And finally, we have our main event of the night, the number 1 show. We have Israel Adesanya, current middleweight champion, going up a weight class to 205 to challenge current champion Jan Blachowicz from Poland. Jan Blachowicz won the championship in his last fight by beating Dominic Reyes for the vacant title that was vacated by John Jones. And Israel Adesanya had just come off his second title defense after knocking out Paulo Costa.
yeah, that's huge.
So
Yeah, damn.
let's break them down. Our tale of the tape for this one is average fight time for these two. Blachowicz 11 minutes and 51 seconds, and Adesanya 15 minutes and 7 seconds. The height, Adesanya has the advantage at 6'4" compared to Blachowicz 6'2". And this one's not really updated because it's for their weight classes. Blachowicz is 205 and Adesanya is 185. Adesanya actually did an interview today, and they asked him, how much are you going to weigh on weigh-ins? And he's like, 193 maybe.
Really?
Dude, he's skinny.
So
Yeah, but he
Does he
fast,
have-
baby.
I was gonna say, does he have a
fast.
disadvantage that way, or
I
is
don't
it because
think
he's
so,
lighter?
bro.
He has the
fast,
2-inch
bro.
reach advantage
Okay.
over
I
Blachowicz.
feel like he might have less power just because he's
No.
not that much of a dude.
Dude, that
I
guy's
don't
a
know, man.
beast.
I got
Israel,
no idea, bro.
Israel Adesanya is 6 years his elder. And so with Blachowicz, we have a record of 27-8 with 8 knockouts and 9 submissions. Notable wins: a knockout over Dominic Reyes to win the title, a knockout over Corey Anderson to win the title shot, a split decision win over Jacare Souza, sending Luke Rockhold into orbit back at UFC 235, and a decision win over Jared Cannonier. Now, Israel Adesanya, we have an undefeated record of 20 wins, no losses, with 15 knockouts. Notable wins over Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero, Robert Whittaker, Kelvin Gastelum, Anderson Silva, Derek Brunson, and Brad Tavares.
Man. Those are some big hitters too.
Yes, sir.
And he's the
damn.
middleweight champion right now.
Yep, he's trying to become the 5th champ in history.
Man,
And the last fight with Paulo Costa, there was so much bad blood in it. Like, Costa just came out 2 days ago and he says, I drank a whole bottle of wine before the fight. Making an excuse 6 months later. Like on the
What a
embedded,
pussy.
like on the embedded today, Adesanya walks in with a whole case of Dana White's whiskey howler head, and he's like, "Hey guys, look at me, I'm Paulo. Oh, I couldn't sleep. Chug, 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 chug."
Oh my god, that trash
But
talk.
we have the betting odds for this. The champion is an underdog at plus 205 compared to Adesanya with a favorite of minus 245.
All right, who you got, baby?
Damn.
Or you got pros and weaknesses first.
yeah.
So our strengths and weaknesses for Jan. We have Jan has the power advantage per his nickname, the Polish Power. And he really showed in his last fight against Dominic Reyes and the one against Corey Anderson that he was really good on pressure, pushing the pace, engaging in contact, getting his opponent to wonder, like, what's he going to go for. And when he really showed me when he challenged Luke Rockhold was the jiu-jitsu Muay Thai guy, and Luke Rockhold was doing a lot of clinch work along the fence.
Okay.
And Rockhold had him against the fence. He pushed him off the fence, clocked him with a left, KO'd him, broke his jaw. So
Jesus.
to get out of Luke Rockhold's hold, he definitely has that good clinch work. Now, his weakness, I wouldn't say this is a personal weakness, but this is the weakness for him in this fight, is the agility compared to Adesanya's. He doesn't really have
Sure.
that speed and flexibility that Adesanya
Because
has.
he's how much heavier too. Right?
Yep.
Exactly.
And the other weakness is the cardio. He's in most of his 8 losses were by decision, and those wins that he did have by decision, he slowed down in all of them. So if you have a guy like Adesanya pushing you that fast, you're going to get worn out.
Sure.
Now, Adesanya in strengths, whoa, maybe all of them,
I was
but
gonna say, let's just talk about his weaknesses because there's too many strengths, or we might as well hit both.
strengths, anyone who knows Israel Adesanya knows me on this. Precision, unpredictability,
Yep.
speed, and
Alright.
fight IQ.
Yep.
All right.
And the only weakness is his chin has never been tested, and submissions, because he doesn't really have to. So that is why my prediction will be Israel Adesanya by decision.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we're
I got
gonna go all
Adesanya.
rounds.
I got Adesanya 4th round.
Because
Yeah.
the betting odds are close for that, right?
Yes and no, minus 245 to plus 205. So it's Adesanya is a solid favorite,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean he's a guaranteed
Yeah.
favorite
Well,
like
correct.
Nunes is.
And they both have something to win or lose because the first dude, the current, what's his name?
Jan
The current
Blachowicz.
champion. The current champion.
Yeah, Jan Blachowicz, the Polish guy.
He's fighting to keep his current championship in his current spot, but the other dude wants a second one to add on to his other shoulder, and he can
Yeah.
still fight in his own lane, in his own league, no matter if he wins or loses. I mean, unless he gets embarrassed in like the 2nd or 3rd round by the other dude, he doesn't have that much to lose, but he has so much to gain for his
True that,
future
true
fights
that.
and his future career at the end of the day.
The only reason that Israel Adesanya is going up to light heavyweight to win the belt is that so he can win and he can call out John Jones, because they've been going back and forth for months
really?
now, because they've been talking about for
So
the
that's
past
what he
year.
wants.
He wants John Jones, but John
Alright.
Jones is going up to heavyweight. But
shit.
even last year at the press conference, Adesanya was talking. He's like, "Oh, I want to fuck up John Jones. Let's do it at Raider Stadium in Las Vegas. Fill up the stadium."
Yep.
And they just been jawing back and forth on Twitter. I'm like, that'd be
That'd be a huge
because
fight.
John's the GOAT. He is.
Yeah, goddamn.
And
So
What do you got, Q-Tip?
me, what do I got for this
Yeah,
fight?
what do you
I'd say
got?
Adesanya. That's
How
what
many
I got for
rounds,
sure.
baby?
I think it's probably gonna go to a decision too. They seem like really good fighters, honestly.
You can't just copy for every answer.
That's
Q-Tip.
this is the first time I was asked for my pick. I'm pretty
We
sure.
told you we were going to suspend you from our podcast before this if
Oh,
you don't
yeah,
show up
that's
on time. You're not tardy. We're gonna also knock points if you cheat on Justin's answers.
You
okay?
can't copy
So,
his
yeah,
answers.
but
Anyway,
we're gonna watch.
I saw
it.
you-
what-
I saw
what
you
I-
looking over
What
it.
I wanted to say is, so what is the fight you're looking forward to the most this weekend then?
I'm really looking forward to Piotr Jan versus Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Because that's the one that's the even toss up. Because
Wow.
Nunes, like,
Even though the betting
I'm
odds don't
sorry.
say so.
I'm sorry, Megan Anderson, but with those odds,
Or they do
that
say
just
so,
makes me feel that you're gonna get pissed
it's
off.
a-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the betting
you,
odds do say
But
so,
you
you're
could
right.
pull a Holly Holm and do what you did to Ronda Rousey when Ronda Rousey had those odds.
Yep, that's
So
true.
so do not miss UFC 259 this Saturday. Main card starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Central Time. And don't miss those prelims, too. Former
yeah.
Bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz makes his return to the octagon against Bantamweight contender Casey Kenny, too. Don't miss it.
There you go.
Hell yeah, buddy. So I got a little sidebar here. Justin, I heard you got a new grill, buddy.
Yes, I did.
Oh my
What
god.
kind of- what kind of-
When did you get it? How did you get it? What is it?
I got it
Like,
yesterday. My dad sent me a $100 gift card for my birthday because I didn't ask for a gift, so he just gave me a card and said, go for it. I'm like,
Where'd you buy it at then?
I bought it at Walmart.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was,
You can get everything at Walmart. That's honestly, I've given my mom Walmart gift cards because she can either get groceries or whatever, laundry,
the fuck.
anything, a new curtain, whatever. That's
I tried it out last night. I made a nice T-bone steak with some grilled asparagus. And it was a little hard to tell at first because I'm used to grilling on an actual... I love charcoal grills, personally,
yeah.
because I like the char.
All right.
So I was, like, looking at it. Like, I flipped it. I'm like, is that done? And I'm like, yeah, let me give it a little more. So I did that. I turned it over. Kept going. I'm like, is this done? I'm like, yeah, I'll cut into it. I cut into it. It was well done.
Oh,
And I'm like,
brutal.
That's
and I'm
tough,
like,
brother.
wow. And I'm like, all right, I've never had a well done steak before, but took a bite. I'm like, wow,
Not bad.
wow. Like well done steaks are.
Do you know what
pretty
kind of
underrated.
grill it is?
It's a Power XL.
Okay.
Power
So I thought it has
XL.
a cover, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Very good.
Because then shit doesn't splatter everywhere. I have a.
Well, it doesn't splatter. It's
No.
a smokeless grill, and there's no like juice shooting up at all because it's not
Really?
like a pan,
No, that's
and there's
fair.
like holes at the bottom. So even if there is, it's gonna fall through.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have a George Foreman grill that I've used since I came to college, because I got it. So I got it free from my high school as a gift.
Yes, I've seen you use it a couple times.
Yes. No, it works perfect. It works just fine. I use it in the house all the time. Burgers, fucking. I made venison brats last night for my parents. And if you leave it open, that's why I was wondering if it squirts or not. Because if it's like some real meaty, you know, it's got some extra fat on
super
there.
juice,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Extra fat, extra juice. It splatters a little bit if you keep it open. That's why you gotta. It closes on the top, but
You know what I really want to try and grill is
What?
grilled crab legs.
really.
That would be smack, yeah.
Dude, smack.
Dude, have
Yeah.
you heard of? So I've seen people grill watermelon slices.
Really?
Yes. Have you seen this or no?
No.
No.
I have heard
Could
of it,
be
definitely. I've heard of
interesting.
it
I've
for
definitely
sure.
seen it. I don't know why you would grill fruit, bro.
You know what? I actually think Brad tried to grill some watermelon back in this last
I've
summer.
seen
I actually
people
do
grill
remember
pineapples before.
I've
too.
seen. That's what I was gonna say. I've seen pineapple, and maybe that's what it was. But
that. No,
it was
you
watermelon?
can do it with watermelon.
I
yeah.
know. Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
When I own my
I
own
really want to
house-
go back. I want to go to summer so we can grill outside on a
Yeah, we're gonna do that,
real
bro.
Just
we have to
grill
do
and
that.
do all that shit.
When
Yeah.
real.
When I'm like my own homeowner, I want to get a smoker and get some
Smoker.
smoked
Yeah.
brisket. I've never used a smoker before. Tried
Smokers are
anything from a
dope, bro.
smoker.
So my dad has one. It's been his third child ever since he's got it. I don't know, 8 years. I don't know how long he's had it, but it's super dope. You can set it for certain times and
Yep.
you set the green, whatever. So my dad will put something in at 10 p.m. when we go to bed, and we'll wake up at noon,
Yeah,
cook
that's
slow, cook it all throughout the night. You just wheel it outside 'cause it's got wheels on the bottom. You
Yeah.
wheel it outside the garage, close the garage door, let it cook overnight and chill.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
it in the morning. Oh yeah, it probably needs a couple hours. You turn the heat up to make it go quicker or whatever, you know. That shit's dope. You just let things slow cook because that's how you really get
Yeah,
all the
that's
juice.
beautiful.
And yeah.
If it's a smoker, why would you put it in the garage? It doesn't smoke like
No,
that.
no,
Or does it just keep it
no.
there?
My dad wheels it outside the garage, outside the door of the garage.
Okay.
Yeah. So you know when to store it, he just wheels it back in so it doesn't get weather damage. You know?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, he just wheels it inside and out.
that
So
makes
it's
sense.
just got wheels, super easy to move and get around. I remember when what lake do we go to around here? Fuck, I don't know.
Warner.
Yes,
Warner?
Lake Warner. We've been to a couple, but they had the charcoal grills. We've brought
Yeah, we've
burgers
used
and
those
brats
before.
them. That
Yeah.
shit's dope. That's what I want. I want some summer outside grilling.
Yeah, well, hey, we're getting
chilling.
there, bro. We're looking at highs of 50s next week, so we're gonna get there. pretty
That's gonna
soon.
be it's gonna be close.
But
Let's
guess
see.
what? Wait, Q-Tip, me and you were looking at highs of like 80 next week.
Yeah,
baby.
hopefully when we get out of this
Ooh.
crazy place here for
Yeah.
5 days.
If you've made it this far on the podcast right now, we got some amazing episodes lined up. Don't miss that. We got some dope stuff coming soon. Don't miss that either. Right when we
Speaking
get
of
back. It's gonna be awesome.
of appliances such as a grill, I read today that the EU they just set what's called the right to repair law for the entire European Union. So it's requiring certain technology, mostly appliances, that they have to last for a decade. Like they have to be able to be repaired for a decade. Like if they fail. All new devices need to come with a repair manual and be made in a way that like you can have normal around the house tools to be able to use to fix them. So
Damn.
it only applies to
smart.
certain things. So like fridges, dishwashers, washing machines, and TVs actually, but not like your smartphone or your laptop. So what do you guys think about that? You think that is like a law the U.S. should possibly look into maybe applying? Like, what do you think about that?
I mean, that's man, dude. I think that's.
I don't know what you do.
I think that's a good law because a lot of things right now, like if your stove breaks, like what the fuck do you do?
Yeah, you fucking buy a new one.
You either buy a new one or you call a guy and he comes by and he fucks with your stove for like 6 hours and then he's like, "Yep,
it's fucked.
it's fucked. You
Yeah.
need a new one."
Yep.
And then you
dude.
just paid that dude $200 to buy a new one anyway.
Exactly. My parents have had a problem where we bought actually like appliances, our stove actually, to be completely honest, our stove.
Yep.
And it's had this problem and that problem and whatever doesn't work. So they call the place where we got it from because they give us up to 2 years of, we'll come out to your
Warranty,
house
yeah.
and fix it. And yeah, no, they're like, oh yeah, we'll try this and we'll come back and see how it works. Nothing changes. Over and over and over again.
Well,
That's
you're,
the other
you're
thing, too.
fucked. Buy
Yep.
a new one.
Pretty much. Oh, 2 years are over. Oh, we got some on sale right now. It's been 2 years and the warranty's over, but you might as well because we
Should have bought that extended warranty, baby.
You know, it's like and that's been a really big thing in like I would say the 21st century. You know what I mean? It's like it's called planned obsolescence. You know, so it's like where companies design things to fail within relatively
Yeah.
a short time. You know, a few years, 5 years. You know,
Yeah.
and then you get a new one because you're fucked. You know,
Right.
Well, what else am I gonna do? You know, I mean, this really helps the consumer out. This really gets your money out of it. You know, you can get, your TV can be good for 10 years. Your fridge can be good for 10 years. Or if it fucks up, you can fix it because it was made the way that it was able to be fixed.
Right. And some of that stuff too, like your TV, as long as it still works, you could use it for maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
But
No, who wants to use that?
That's
Because
what I'm
by
saying.
the time
because by the time
my
5
TV
years
breaks,
from now,
they're gonna have super TV.
Yeah.
Yes, but
5
10
years from now,
though, if
your
you really want to
TV
get 10 years out of it.
5 years from now, your TV is gonna ask you how your day was and be your
That's
therapist,
true,
bro.
that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
I mean, dude, your TV is gonna have like 8K opportunity,
Your
and
TV
it's
is
gonna
gonna
have
reach
like
a-
8D, bro.
Dude, your TV is gonna reach a hand out and shake it a little bit.
Bro,
just
the
for you, you know what I
3D
mean?
is gonna be like real, bro. You're not gonna have no glasses or nothing. It's just gonna that dude. You know that ball that comes to your face? It's literally gonna fly out of the goddamn TV and
It's gonna-
bop you in the face.
Yeah. Well, what's also good about that, when you say it like that, though, that's a good future-proofing law, too. Because when your TV does all that shit, how more likely is it that your TV might fuck up on some way? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, because if all the shows start being made to bop you in the face, how
like Lil Bunny
can you
Foo-
prepare to that?
right.
Like my TV, my shit's good right now, but In 5 years, if my shit wants to bop me in the face, my TV's not gonna handle that. It's gonna be like, bruh, nah, we got 4K. That's about all we got.
Bro, it's gonna be like, bro, I ain't on no bunny foo-foo shit. I ain't bopping no little kids on their heads, bro.
Oh my god, way to throw it right back to middle school.
Dude, middle school? I learned that shit in like first grade. First grade music class, I remember that shit.
I learned it in kindergarten.
Dude, I watched the fucking movie, bro. There's a whole movie on Little Bunny and Foo-Foo walking through the forest, bro.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about. I've seen the YouTube video. I've never seen the movie though.
No, it's a movie, I promise, bro. I seen it first grade.
You ain't
bro.
seen shit.
Bro, I've seen
The only
everything.
thing you've seen is nothing.
That's definitely something, though.
Nah, you seen nothing, baby.
Nothing?
And final thing I got today. Did you guys see the Seth Rogen company he started?
No, what is that?
He started a cannabis company and a
Oh,
ceramics company. And you know what he said when reporters asked him why he started this company?
What's that?
He said, "I love weed."
Beautiful statement.
Well, like he like smokes some shit on his podcast, isn't he?
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
everything.
He smokes in all of his movies.
Yeah, dude. The company's called Houseplant.
that's true.
The company's called Houseplant Weed, and he made it back when he actually had the idea when he was doing Pineapple Express. Obviously, one of his.
I was thinking of Joe Rogan. This is Seth
Oh
Rogen.
no,
No,
this is Seth Rogen. Jeez,
I was like,
Trenton,
wait,
that's,
what?
That's three. That's three today.
If you guys were to pick 3 people to smoke weed with, who would they be? Josh.
I mean,
I'll start off since everyone's speechless.
Yeah.
I would go with both the Rogans, Seth and Joe, and Mike Tyson.
Are they related?
No, they aren't.
There's no way. I was gonna say it, bro.
I got Seth Rogen, I got Wiz Khalifa,
Alright, that's good.
and I got Drake because I feel like that guy could make me fucking laugh my
Bro.
ass off, bro.
Hold up. So hold up. I'm gonna bring Rip X, but he's still alive somewhere. So X, Snoop Dogg, and I had someone really good in mind, and then I forgot.
And fourth time, Q-Tip, you're up.
And I fucked
I'm gonna
up.
pick Seth Rogen. I'm gonna pick also James Franco. I think James Franco. would
Oh
be
yeah,
dope to
he'd be
smoke with.
funny.
And so can I pick anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
I'm gonna smoke with George Washington, bro.
I was gonna actually say Trump.
Oh my god,
That would be a conversation.
that would be interesting.
That would be a conversation to say the least, eh?
It could be a conversation. It very
Definitely-
well could be.
It definitely could. I mean, I think that's all we got for this episode. Thanks for listening in to our episode right now. Definitely keep up with us. Definitely, wherever you're listening to us right now, follow us, save us, follow us again on Facebook.
Pound that subscribe button too.
Pound it, slap it, pop, 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 bow. Hit that shit like it's your
that
second
shit.
cousin, right?
Hit that
Like,
shit.
Yeah, we
Red
said that
Heaven's
for.
step-cousin.
We said
Hit
that.
that
on,
shit.
Pow!
Yeah.
Hit that shit. Spark that shit.
Yeah, here we go. Make sure you do all that. Definitely keep up with us. Like I said, we got some big stuff coming
It's
soon.
fucking lit, baby.
Big updates, big news stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it. Definitely keep up with us. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Move it. I like how she move it. I got that new whip. Jose the dude trip. I like how she move it. I like how she move it.